some samples for that second batch might be, let's use -6 and 8 for x and y. The difference is 2. You keep the sign of the one that has the larger absolute value. Or if I made it 6 and -8, it's still a 2, but this time it's a negative because the 8 is the one with the larger absolute value, and it's negative this time. So that's what makes that handy. Okay? So this is the first 2 boxes. This is the second 2 boxes, or the second 2 things. The last thing is for adding opposites. So opposite of A and A added together is 0. So the sum of opposites is always 0. 2 plus a -2. I mean, really, I'm not even going to go any further than that. Okay, so this really summarizes what you all were copying in the box. And if you need more samples or more explanation on that, for sure, see me after the lesson, because I think that most of you are probably snoozing right now. So we're going to go through example 1 real quick, and it's mine, not the book. And it looks like this. -11 added to -10, added to a 10, added to a 9. Now, you all can utilize which technique works best for you. If you want to simply add them from left to right and count up and down, you can. You can also combine your negatives, combine your positives, and then come up with an answer. The funny thing is, the third thing that you could do is notice that there's 2 items that are opposites. So you can throw these out right now, because this and this makes it 0. So in the end, with this particular problem, you're really only dealing with those 2 items, since these 2 are opposites. So that's why you want to consider that rule, because sometimes it'll help you with stuff. And for the sake of argument, -11 and +9 is right here with rules 3 and 4. Find the difference between the 2 and keep the sign of the one with the larger absolute value. That's 11. Okay? Those just happen, that one just happens to have one that gets thrown out. Here's another one just like it, but I just want to practice it one more time. Again, I know most of you are thinking, I'm going to throw this in my calculator anyway, who cares? But calculators are not always the end-all be-all. I like to combine my positives, 10, 22, 36, I'm pretty sure is what I get. And then combine my negatives. Okay, and now to combine them, 36 plus a -24, which I know you're all kind of thinking, well, I could have just subtracted it right there. Yes, you can. Definitely. The difference between the 2 is 12. Keep the sign of the one with the larger absolute value. Obviously, you're not required to write positive. In most cases, you're not going to write it. I can't really think of any that you would. It doesn't matter how big the numbers are, and that's what example 2 is. Okay, example 2 simply has you dealing with numbers that are larger. However, the basic steps remain. Okay? Rather than bore you with example 2, is it safe for me to say that you all know how to add 3-digit numbers together? Okay, so to not insult your intelligence, I am going to go ahead and say to you, example 2 is the same thing, only with 3-digit numbers. Okay, and on and on and on. 4-digit numbers, 5-digit numbers, it doesn't matter. It's all the same.
29.